biggest benefits were saving time. So saving time for training was immediate. The fact that uh, basically I wouldn't have to carry my laptop with me everywhere. So, having the Beans Route app allowed me to be at the station with my team and actually look and see, okay, what stops, where are the stops going? Like, because it's a direct synergistic, relationship with the manifest. And so it was just really nice that I could like check right here instead of having to log into my ground biz and do everything with my laptop. So that was huge. So save time there. Um, Super user friendly. So like the drivers actually liked the fact that Beans Route has color coding for the different SIDs. It has like you can put in notes and details and like gate codes and all of these things that like Road Warrior you could do that, but it was like you still had to use the laptop to kind of do that. But they could do it on the fly out in the field, and so that was just huge. So time savings, user friendliness. The money savings came later, um, just because now we're speeding up how quickly we can train people. Uh, Now we're having people that can run multiple routes, which saves us money, so we don't have to hire another person. So it's the long-term benefits were good. I mean, I would say the 25 to 30% cost reduction. So what that would equate to is that if we're paying for training, typically it took 2 to 3 weeks. So if we're paid during our training days, we typically pay them like $100. And so we reduce that to just a week to a week and a half. That's almost a 50% reduction in cost. So per driver, we're saving almost $700 to $800 a week, during their training phases. So, I mean, it can be if you're churning through a lot of people, it can be a big savings, several thousands of dollars, at least. The fact that we can actually, like the vehicle records system is super helpful. Being able to, because we have 4 locations, being able to see all of our trucks, actually, and then I see that it keeps getting built upon. Like you can add more, like your registration now, you can add documents, and so like I see that it's expanding, and that's been super helpful. Um, and also too, at the end of the month, when we do have to submit the MMRs, it's nice to be able to just generate a report with everything already put in there. All I have to do is just, print it out and then give it to the station. Before Beans, MMRs was a bit sporadic. So the station usually gives you, so say for instance for February. So you do all your maintenance in the February, and then we have Excel spreadsheets that we keep track of all of our expenses, everything that went out that month. And then you have 15 days, basically from March 1st to the 15th to get it submitted to the station. And so on the 14th day, we would just frantically be writing everything down and trying to get everything submitted to them. And so that's kind of what we were doing before we had Beans Route. And then now as I'm doing maintenance, I can just switch over to my Beans Route app and then just upload the vehicle records. And I just keep those up to date throughout the whole month. And then boom, on the first, I print them all out and then give them to the station. So yeah, it saves me 2 weeks now, instead of frantically doing it. And so I would say now to do the reports and type everything up, I maybe spend 30 minutes to an hour doing it versus before where I would frantically spend like 3 to 4 hours doing it
Okay.
because I have to go through all the receipts and attach everything. It was just a bit of a headache. I would say like some other features that we really like are the scanner tracker. That's been huge. Early on, we were having so many issues like with losing people losing scanners. We had a guy that was like delivering downtown in one of our areas, put the scanner on the dash, turned a corner, scanner goes out the window, can't find the scanner. And then, but we had Beans Route at the time, and we were able to see the scan. Oh, it's at the park. Like it flew out the window and went into a curb somewhere. And so we were able to find track that one down. I would say first in Beans, it's probably an hour or two reduction. So, for instance, if the route took them 9 hours, with now it takes them about 7.5. And it's basically because, like you said before, color coordination helps a lot because now when they go to the back of their truck, they already know all my 6,000s are orange, all my whatever are 7,000s are pink, and so like that helps a huge. So that's that pattern association is super helpful. The fact that now uh, they can go on to different routes. So someone who usually runs, the west side of town can now go run the east side of town, and it may take them a little bit longer, but not take them 4 hours. It'll take them like another hour or two. But Beans Route helps that because it's all the same system. I mean, we've also used it for sending messages to drivers, like, hey, go get this pickup. And then, for the drivers that use Beans Route, that's been super helpful. I mean, you can do that with the scanners, but a lot of our drivers, I don't know if you've seen the scanners that FedEx gives us. They're all right, but their navigation's horrible. And
Okay.
so even just being able to see your entire route and better plan for the drivers has been huge. So, and it moves, it doesn't lag. It moves very quickly as opposed to the scanners. And actually, I stumbled upon Beans Route from another contractor. And I mean, that's how a lot of these other contractors learned about it too. But
Yep.
they swore by you guys and it was an easy switch.